Good morning, students. Today we see Balbharati, Balbharati, Standard 4, chapter number 2, Aesop's Fables. Students, first I read this story, this chapter, then I'll explain. Okay, let's start. Then I read here. I have book, so you just listen carefully. 2. Aesop's Fables. Fables are short stories that have a moral or message for us, something to learn and keep in mind. As we grow up, most of the fables have animal characters who think and act just like human beings. It is believed that many of the fables were first told by the wise person called Aesop. Aesop lived hundreds of years ago in a country called Greece. His stories become so popular that people pass them on from generation to generation. Many proverbs and sayings that we use today are based on these fables. Here are two well-known fables. So students, I read here two paragraphs. First paragraph we see here, so what is fables, their meanings. We see here short stories means those stories when we listen or when we seeing any videos, that time we got something good message from that short stories, or we get some moral message. Moral means good message. I write here moral. Moral means something we go learn good things, that things we call moral. So in the first paragraph we see here about short stories. So we got good message from the morals. And one thing is there when we see the fables, that times we see many animals in the stories, that time they behave like a human. They use they can talk, they can run, they can work. So like human being work in a daily life, same animals also doing like that. So that we call human beings characters. Okay, now here second paragraph we see, it is believed that many of the fables were first told by the wise person called as a. So now we see here many fables that we see. The first person is called who told fables. His name is Aesop. We write here Aesop. Okay, Aesop. So here their country's name. His country's name is Greece, but not now. Aesop lived in hundreds of years ago, called Greece. Their country's name is Greece. Sorry, here Greece. Their country's name is Greece. Okay. Now his stories became so popular that the people pass them one generation to generation. Generation means we see here in Hindi we say पीढ़ी से लेकर पीढ़ी तक वो चले आ रहे हैं. Same words here we see here generation. Okay, now here is well known for us. Here is two well known fables. So first fables I read once again here. Okay, then let's start the first. The stag at the pool. One day, a beautiful stag came to a pool near a pool of clear water. As he bent down to drink, he saw his own reflection in the water. He was delighted with what he saw. Instead of drinking water, he kept looking at his own reflection. How handsome I look, he said himself. How beautiful are these curving antlers. how they add to my beauty, how graceful they look. Now here I read first two paragraphs about these stories. So one day a beautiful stag came to a pool of a clear water. In the jungle, one animal is coming whose name is stag. Stag. Sorry, stag. Stag means um, male deer we call um, uh, male deer we say a stag who come to the camp to a pool for drinking water for, and when he just bent down to drink water, he saw his own reflections. When we use in the morning mirror, that time also we use for the reflection, that time we see our reflection in the mirror. Same here, uh, the water when he bent down, that time he saw his own reflections. Instead of drinking water, he kept looking his own reflection. On reflection, he seeing on reflections, and what is it? Oh, how how handsome I look, said he said to himself. How beautiful are these curving antlers. Curving antlers means we see here pictures. This part of the body is we call antlers. So when he see on reflection that time he says, "Oh, how handsome I look," he said himself. How beautiful are these curving antlers! How they are to my beauty! How graceful they look! Then he uh, bothered about himself. वो खुद के बारे में वहाँ पर ये बता रहा है कि मेरे जो एंटलर है वो बहुत ही सुंदर है. हाउ हैंडसम, मतलब वो खुद के बारे में इतना अहंकार वो उसके मन में जाग गया है. Then he moved too near and saw his leg reflected the pool. He was quite disgusted. Look at my legs. Oh, they are so ugly, all spindly with small feet. How I wish that nature had given to me legs worthy of my sandy antlers. When you see his legs, that time he became very sad because their antlers leg were very thin. We can say here thin, and he don't like. He say, "Look at my legs. It is very ugly. How can I manage?" So just he disgusted. He was quite disgusted. Okay. Now we stop here. Next time we see others stories. Thank you.